Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunrise Extra. Hello. This is something that I saw yesterday on Facebook when I was kind of surfing around. I should have been like cooking dinner or something else, but then you just like get in the scroll.
This is crazy though.
Yeah, so a station down in Oklahoma got this like police body cam video of a normal arrest. They pulled over.
No, it was a traffic stop, right?
Yeah, traffic stop. Sorry. Yeah, not
her tail light was out. The woman's tail light was out.
Yeah, so this lady, she's 65, got pulled over because her tail light on her truck in Oklahoma was out. They start talking about it. She tells the cop, I know, my tail light's been out for 8 months, she says.
Yes.
She's, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, it's been out for 8 months. So he starts writing up a ticket.
Right.
An $80 ticket. And we're going to show you the video. It's about 5 minutes long. It is very compelling. You will still want to stay with it because this thing escalates
This is crazy.
Quite quickly when the cop asks her to sign the ticket, and that kind of makes it valid, I guess, between the two things, and then he'll hand her the ticket. So let me show you on Instagram, and you guys everywhere else will see this full screen. But let's go ahead and play that video.
Issue for a defective equipment, it's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this. Get you to sign there with the Exodus.
So you don't even give a warning for this?
You've been driving around for 6 months like that.
I'm truthful.
Well, I'm not going to give you a warning for something you've been driving for 6 months.
But, well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
That's all you want to do.
Go ahead and step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Step out.
No.
Step out. I'm giving you a lawful order. Step out.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I'm placing you under arrest. Step out.
You are full of because you're not placing me under no arrest.
Do not take off.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign it.
Step out.
No.
We're beyond that.
You want me
Step out. Get out of the car! 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 Get out of the car!
I am not. You better leave me!
Put your hands behind your
Leave
back!
me alone!
Put your hands behind your back!
No!
Now!
I said leave me alone. I mean it. Leave me alone.
Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Lay down and put your hands behind your back!
I will stand down.
Now!
I will stand down.
No, you will not! You're gonna get it again!
Can we keep running the audio, guys? There's more.
They killed the audio, Nina.
Do you realize you just got yourself in a whole lot more trouble?
Can you play it in the studio?
What?
For running?
Oh, I didn't run. I told you you weren't going to arrest me. I pulled in here thinking that you would not.
You hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
What hurts?
Everything.
Alright, I got EMS on the way, just hang tight.
You got a what on the way?
I got an ambulance on the way to check you out.
Ambulance? I don't need an ambulance.
Well, you got tased, so they gotta check you out.
You did not have to taser me.
You wouldn't comply, you wouldn't get out, and then you tried to kick me. So
Why?
yes, I did.
Yeah, I tried to kick you because I'm a country girl, because no, I didn't
And you got
like being
tased
thrown on
because
the
of
floor.
it.
Yes, and I didn't like being thrown on the ground.
Well, next time, listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Jeez. Oh,
Okay, so that is about a 5-minute video. Just to recap, if you guys are just joining us, you've been watching a video from a station down in Oklahoma that got some police body cam video of a traffic stop. That was a 65-year-old woman who got pulled over for a taillight out. She said, I'm just going to be honest, this taillight has been out for 8 months. I haven't done anything about it. And so he started to write her a ticket. And he needed her to sign the ticket. I don't know why, instead of just throwing it in the car and being done with it. And she refused. And then she almost put the car in gear. And that's when he said, I'm not messing around.
She drove
You
off.
get out.
No, she drove off because he got into his car and chased her.
Well, he just turned the music. He just turned the sirens on, and then walked up. And he did have his gun drawn, but she didn't actually take off.
No, she took off at one point.
I thought she did. I thought that's what I saw.
Yeah,
in the video.
yeah. She takes off, and then he pulls her over again, and then that's when she got tased.
Pulls her out.
Yes, she did try to drive away.
So what do you guys think of something like this? I've gotten a lot of comments on it, and almost every single one said she deserved it.
Wow. You know, and as I'm watching that so the first time I watched it, I felt bad for her, right? I just felt like this is all because she didn't want to sign a ticket. Never mind the taillight. She admitted to having it out for 8 months, and she didn't say, I'm not going to have it fixed. I think she actually said, I will take care of it, but I'm not going to pay $80 on top of that. I'll just take care of it.
She wanted a warning.
Yeah, she wanted a warning and go get her taillight fixed.
Since when do we negotiate with the police?
You
People get
can't.
shot and killed for much less than that. I mean, I don't think that's the time that you start.
You don't
going
roll
back
up the
and
window
forth.
on the cop and
Not
then
only
put your
did
car
she
in gear.
Speak back to him, but literally she doubled down and she said, I don't care what, basically, paraphrasing, I don't care what you say, I'm not signing it, and you're not arresting me, and I'm going to drive away.
She got very bold at one point. In the beginning, honestly, I didn't think what she did in the very beginning was that wrong in terms of saying, can I get a warning at least? I mean, there's nothing, I would say that, and you're right, some people have gotten shot for less. But in that case, I probably would have said the same thing. Really? Can I get a warning? I also would have said I've had it out for 8 months. I would have just said, I know it's out, I need to get it fixed.
And that's another issue, is like, how honest are you in situations like that with the police? You know, you just be like, oh,
I'm not
man,
going to lie about it, but I'm not going to just tell them that I know how long it's been out for.
You got caught, you pay the penalty, whatever that is, $80 ticket.
Yeah, but this video, over 9 million views
you.
on it now online. Rod's smiling.
Well,
Yes, he is.
I walked in on the back half of it.
Yeah.
So just judging on the back half of it, I was impressed that the officer involved seemed to be about as calm and gathered as you could be with a situation that someone's probably irritating you by not doing what you're asking them to do.
You know what? I was thinking the other thing. I thought to myself, to me, it was almost comical that this officer, I mean, she never, it really appeared to be a threat. To this gentleman, right, to the officer.
Right.
She was authority.
Well,
she was a threat to his authority.
But
you don't know. These people deal with all kinds of surprises anymore.
Right.
You don't know what she's packing in the car, if she's packing something.
True.
She said she's a country
don't
girl.
know.
Right? Yeah, and then she kicked him when she, you know, he threw her down on the ground and he tased her. But yeah, I mean, it's just a crazy thing of like, you don't, and now I think we're in this day and age almost where people get upset at police, and sometimes rightfully so, but you know, thinking things are unfair. It's like they are the authority and they have a badge for a reason. You can't just say, no, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to comply with what you're telling me to do.
Or you might get tased.
Yeah, but she was clearly in violation. She deserved a ticket if that is the law.
To me, it's weird that it had to go that far.
Yeah.
Because here's, like you said, I don't recall ever having to sign a ticket, and I've had a few tickets for traffic stops, you know, nothing major, but the fact is I've received tickets. I don't recall signing them on the spot.
I want to say I have been asked to sign and sign.
Really?
Maybe it's a state thing. Maybe it's different in different states. But I absolutely
wonder if it's like a violation
have been asked
or
to
something
sign at that moment.
Okay.
Which basically signifies I've received it.
Regardless, he has her plates. He has her information, or he has her vehicle information anyways, right? So does he have to take it to that extreme? It's like, hey, you've got the ticket, you've got the violation, I have your information here. Whether you take this ticket right now or sign it, you're going to get it, and you're going to be on a record. And you know, worse will come if you just don't take care of this ticket right now.
Well, I would say if the law, and the law may be different in different states. Let's suppose that in that state it is law that you are to sign your citation. Now, if you do not want to do that, I would assume that at that point the officer has the right to haul you in and throw you in jail until you sign the stupid ticket. I grew up in a non-patient world. Now, full disclosure, I have not had any bad experiences with the police where I felt threatened. And I realize there are different people live in different parts of the world and have different experiences. My experience is not like that. So I grew up where when they say jump, you ask how high, and you say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and you do what they say, and that's the end of it.
I just get so nervous.
So that's where I come from.
Almost start shaking if I get pulled over or something. And then, yeah, I mean, just the audacity to kind of, she pulled like a grandma move, you know, and was just talking back and getting all sassy about it and thinking, you know, like, I'm going to get out of this.
Well, the public opinion here suggests that I'm the only one defending her because Tim Smith says lock her up. Joe McFarland says simple, obey the law. Susan Lovelace says she deserved what she got. When a police officer asks you to do something, you do it. David Hart says any grown man who has to okay, here comes David Hart on the opposite side. Any grown man who has to tase an old woman needs to train in how to submit a woman. Well, that's never mind. Maybe I should read these.
Well, Michelle says if she wasn't white, she would have been shot. Cindy says she deserved it. We have another one. Jeannie says she was clearly in the wrong. She didn't follow orders and she took off.
So our producers were just telling me there's an update in this story. She's being charged with a felony for, what was it, assault on a police officer and a misdemeanor for resisting arrest. So she got the ticket for the light, and then it went up from there.
She made it worse.
Now she's got to go to court. Yeah.
Susan Stafford says, I cannot believe anyone, I guess in this case it would be me, would defend this woman who assaulted the officer, drove off, and refused simple commands. I'm not saying she was in the right. I guess there's a part of me that feels bad for her, honestly, and maybe I shouldn't. Like you said, Rod, you don't know anything about this woman. I'm picturing her as like my mom. She could be a lifelong like bank robber for all I know. You're right. I don't know who we're dealing with, but I did feel bad for her, and I felt to myself, I can't believe this guy had to tase this woman to get her to do what he wanted to do, which was sign the ticket. But it came to that.
But what's the But if he doesn't tase her, then are you okay with him now? If the other option is physically grabbing her, putting her arms around, cut. I mean, that's not a pretty scenario either. So what do you do? If the person doesn't do what you ask them to do, you have to resort to something. What else? I mean, you can't just go, well, gee, you don't want to do what I'm asking you to do, so have a good day.
No,
it doesn't work that way.
I hear you. You make perfect sense. You know? You make perfect sense.
And you know what? If you were out there every single day, stopping hundreds of thousands of cars.
You don't know what people have
And
in
then,
cars.
you're right, it starts kind of low level. She just wants a warning. But then you're thinking, well, what do you have to hide, or why are you driving away from me?
Right.
That's when at the second location, he came out and you saw him with the gun. I'm like, whoa. But that's his life on the line and the public safety, saying if this woman did have something in the car. I mean, you just don't know. Right. You don't know. It's unfortunate all the way around.
It's funny when we're watching that, though, didn't you? I mean, we all knew, like, I did anyways, like, she's going to get tased. The first time watching this video, I'm like, okay, at this
I was
point,
worried she was going to get shot.
I
or
did
something.
too.
That's what I thought the video.
You were going to get shot.
No, I never thought that. I did think she's going to get tased here, and I'm wondering why she didn't see that coming herself. Like, at some point, even if I tried to put up a fight, I probably would have backed down before it came to kicking. You know what I mean? I just thought, like, wow, I can't believe you're taking it this far. I understood her point. She was pissed. She was in a bad mood, whatever the case was. She wanted a warning. She didn't want the ticket. But at some point, lady, you took it too far.
Yeah.
I agree with that part.
What about like being honest when, I mean, I've been pulled over a couple times for speeding.
Here it comes.
And it's been a while, but when I would drive between Bend and Portland a lot when I lived in Bend, there's a stretch in like Marion County when you first get on like Highway 20, and man, it's just straight. And though the state patrol down there doesn't drive cop cars, they drive like Mustangs with
it's
hidden
tough
lights.
to tell who they are.
Anyway, so I got pulled over a couple times on that section, and they always say, do you know how fast you're going?
Yeah.
And my answer, I'm always like, because it's true, and I say, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't. Because obviously I was speeding.
I feel like that you don't have any idea. You're
I mean,
in
I
the
couldn't
car.
tell him a number.
You're in the car moving. You don't have any idea how fast it's going.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble either way, so I just say, I'm sorry, I have no clue.
Here's my line.
What do you...
Then they tell you how fast you're going.
Then I've gotten the
really
ticket.
care if you know or
So
not.
you didn't get out of it.
No, I've gotten out of it once or twice.
They don't care if you know or not. They know, and so that's all
I
that
know,
matters.
so why are they asking?
Well, I think they give you that option to
who
go.
cares?
I just found out my father's in the hospital, and I've got it. I think maybe I'm
I guess
wrong.
so. Maybe
I've
that's
always
the
been
reason.
asked that. I've always interpreted it almost as a courtesy.
Is there a reason you're
ask? Is
speeding?
there something life-threatening that put you in this position where you have to get somewhere as fast as possible?
I think they're asking so that if it comes down to a court case, that will be part of the
maybe
case.
that's it.
You know, Nina actually told me when I pulled.
Reasonable.
Nina actually told me when I pulled her over that she was doing 80 miles an hour, so she knew. You know, like that's why they're asking.
Yeah.
It could come
What
up
do you
later.
guys say in that
I say I honestly don't know exactly how fast I was going.
That's the same.
Because I'm not looking at the speedometer.
That's what
as
I
I'm
just
driving.
said.
No,
Oh,
you
see,
said I don't have any idea. So I have an idea of how fast, but I don't know exactly.
And I said I'm not.
So
looking
my
at this, but I don't know the
strategy
number.
on those long,
Strategy, here we go.
flat
Strategy.
roads is to lay in behind somebody in front of
yeah.
me and
Pace you.
somebody behind
Yeah.
me. So if they pick off either one, I'm like, and
You're
I
in the
never
middle.
put on the brakes. I just take my foot off the gas.
That's what I do too. So it
I
doesn't
don't want
look
to.
like
I don't
you're
want them to
slowing
see
down.
those brake lights when I see those, and I'm
You
like,
know what I bend down.
You know what I found interesting? So I've made a couple of road trips, one from Colorado Springs driving back home recently, and then one over to Idaho through Boise and back home recently. And all the states, Colorado, Utah, and Idaho, are 80 on the highway, and Oregon is 70. But what I found interesting was, in the 3 states that were 80, I found that there weren't that many people really going much over 80. It was almost like people thought, this is what the speed limit should be, and they were happy with it, and they were driving it. Then you get to Oregon, and seemingly nobody's happy with the speed limit, and although it's 70, people are zooming by, going 77, 82, 85, 80, all over the place. I just found that interesting. That if you posted the speed limit people seemingly were happy with, that's what they drove.
on the open road, 80
On the
does
open,
not
with
seem
nobody around.
that fast.
Yeah, no, especially in today's cars that are built so well and so quiet.
Agreed.
You know, it just, again, it comes down to this all escalated because he wanted her to sign the ticket. She refused to sign the ticket. And
Which is weird. I mean, there's got to be some.
And Paul Anderson, who I think is the
reason
Paul
for that.
Anderson who appeared on our show as a viewer recipe participant. Am I right, Paul?
What'd Paul make?
Paul did the grilled Thai pizza with his wife Pam.
okay.
But Paul says the signature is confirmation of receiving the ticket. It's part of record keeping. I'm thinking it's 2019. He's got a camera.
We got computers now.
He's got a camera on his body that shows that he's giving her the ticket. I don't need the signature anymore. This camera proves that I've given you the ticket. The whole incident is, I just think it could be like, you're getting a ticket. You don't need to sign it. You don't need to take it out of my hand. It's your ticket. And it'll be in the mail if you don't pay it.
I'm saying if you can't sign the flipping ticket, then I think you deserve to spend a night in jail.
Yes, Susan Stafford says,
That's not too much to ask.
have we
It's just
forgotten?
not.
We have laws for a reason.
Sign the damn ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what should have happened.
Just listen.
There's
I
that.
mean, in this situation,
would've made it easy,
it's,
too.
Yeah, it's a tail light. Like, just sign the thing.
And you're
don't
not
argue
admitting
back with
to
the
guilt.
cop.
That's not what that signature is about. It's not an admission of guilt.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know if you ever flirted your way out of a ticket.
Are they
Drew,
talking to
what
me?
about you? Yes.
No, they're not. They're talking to you two. You two being
No.
Brenda and Nina.
Is that right?
No.
No? Have you guys
No.
never gotten out of a ticket?
I have
I've
not by
gotten warnings,
flirting.
but not ever by flirting.
Cards
I'm nervous
on the
as heck.
table. I have had the officer
You
come up when
flirted
I was
with
speeding.
tickets?
No, an officer, and recognize me. And so, oh, hi, Rod. And of course, the second they do that, then I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? Well, that's a nice looking hat you're wearing today.
Oh my gosh.
One of
Did
the
you get out of it? Did you get a warning?
So yeah, that I mean, I will turn it on if they I know they recognize me and they're doing it in a friendly way. Then I'm
I
like,
don't remember the last
then I'm
time.
like, how you doing?
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember the last time I got a speeding ticket.
Well, it's been years ago.
I think I was a
Wink, wink.
Really?
teenager, maybe.
for you.
No
20s.
way. You haven't had a speeding ticket since then?
I don't think so.
Parking
for you.
ticket? Anything?
Parking ticket's
Something.
I
Wow.
think way back, many years ago, I think I passed a bus, like a city bus.
Oh, uh-huh.
I did something. I think that's the last ticket that I got.
My wife's only received
an
one.
angel.
She's been driving for 22 years, I guess,
Wow.
right? 16 to 38 is 22. One ticket, I was in the car with her, and she was pissed. She said, I'm fighting this one. Went to court, fought it, lost.
Was she speeding?
I've done that before.
It was a what did they pull her over for? I think they did pull her over for speeding. She was behind another car. I'm going to say she wasn't. I was in the car, not paying attention how fast she was going because I wasn't driving.
Yeah.
And she does not speed. Generally speaking,
She's right there at
she
the
is a
limit.
very cautious driver.
Yeah.
And so we're in like a back street in Lake Oswego.
Ooh, they'll get you there.
Well, sure, but she again was not. We're coming up on a stop sign. There was a car in front of us. Like there was all these situations that told me like, how was she
Not
speeding?
us. Yeah.
And then she even said to the officer, the person in front of me was like
Going the
making
same-
getting car lengths ahead of me. Like, did you notice that? Like I was actually behind someone and kind of falling behind them as we were driving. Like, are you sure you meant to pull me over? It was a whole thing. We're not going to get into that right now. But she was convinced she was innocent. I thought she was innocent. She got the ticket.
But I will say, some of those side streets, the speed limit can be, in my opinion, surprisingly low. Where you may assume it was 35.
Well, and they just
or you
lowered
thought you were
them
doing
to
everything
20
right, or 30,
in
and it turns out
Portland.
it was 20. I mean, that's happened to me, where I couldn't absolutely. I was stunned how low the speed limit really was.
Yeah.
I figure side streets are 25, right? I mean, that's kind of the assumption if you're in a neighborhood, it's 20 or
think.
25.
Yep.
We're getting off topic. A lot of people watched, a lot of people have comments, but like you said, the bottom line is there are not too many people, less than a handful, that feel like this woman has any argument at all.
She was just a little too defiant.
But that was
so.
a crazy video.
Yeah,
Wow.
interesting to watch. I can tell you this much, I have been pulled over. My traffic stops never went like that. That was crazy. I just could not believe that thing kept escalating the way it did. All right.
Oklahoma, man, Oklahoma.
7:22 on a Wednesday. We should probably cut this.
I got to look at my cut-ins here.
Yes.
Today's show, people. We'll see ya. I will.
Brenda's bowing out.
Let's see what I'm talking
Brenda's
about.
out.
Brenda's out.
Saying bye-bye.
All righty. Someone's calling me a lead-foot Melhoff on here.
Leadfoot Melhoff.
It's been a few years.
That's going to stick.
My wife got pulled over because I blinged her license plate. Oh, and decorated the tree to look like a Christmas tree. That's not allowed. Oh, and the Oregon plate's the tree in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Can't decorate the tree.
You got to keep your plates clean.
Can't put sequins on the tree. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Great conversation. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.